Ladies and gents, spanks and danks, how are we doing today? Merry Christmas. I hope you guys got what you wanted, and if not, you're probably a camper in zombies. That's all I'm gonna say. You guys probably like the lightning sword. No, seriously, if you guys like the lightning sword, you guys probably got some fucking coal. Anyways, today I'm making this video about you guys. You guys left some comments down in the comments section, and I'm so happy because all these comments that I got are so good, and I hate to be that guy, but I think the last one on this list is going to be my favorite comment of all time. Let's get right into the video. The first comment on this video goes to Pip5188, and this is on my sword ranking video, and he actually ranks his own swords, which is awesome. Now, this is what he did. Now, in my tier list, I did say that I love how the fact that you have 4 different swords and everyone's list is going to be all different, and this is what I'm talking about. This guy has I don't think anything on this list is like placed where mine was. I think it's all placed the opposite. So let's get into it. Number 1 is light, number 2 is fire, and number 3 is lightning, number 4 is dark. We have a dark sword hater. I love this guy already. I know this guy doesn't like camping, so let's get into it. So what this guy says is that he is a dark sword hater, and the reason why he likes the lightning sword better than the dark sword is because of the ability, not like the actual special ability, but when your sword is fully charged, it is actually infused with dead wire, which is cool. And so with the dark sword, it's actually infused with Shadow Rift. And what that does is it can actually Shadow Rift special enemies away and just shoot them across the map, and then it actually kind of hurts you because it doesn't kill them unless they're like lower on health, but they can like spawn in front of you or behind you when a train's in front of you. You turn around and boom, he's just right there. That makes total sense. Now let's talk about his number 1, the light sword. On my list, I put this at number 3 solely because fuck the lightning sword. I fucking hate the lightning sword. I'm a lightning sword hater. I know you cocksucking lightning sword lovers got coal in the Christmas tree. So the reason why I had light at number 3 was because it took 35 kills to get its ability, which is too long for me, and I think that's what this guy's kind of getting at. Is he says that the game incentivizes you on swinging the sword rather than using the special ability, which makes sense, but I think there has to be like a common ground on you not just spamming your special ability. But if that was the case, then add some like ammo for just the special ability and no ammo for just swinging. That would have been a lot better. But the light sword at number 1, so its special ability is it has like a force shield around you, and anyone who crosses path with it will just blow up, and which is awesome. The ability is awesome. I do think it's probably one of the more underrated ones, but for like training wise, I think it's kind of dangerous. Like if I'm gonna be hoarding zombies up and I use it, I'm just full on just jumping right into the horde, which is like something I don't want to do if I play 90 rounds straight, is throw the game away by just dolphin diving right into a horde of zombies. But I love this list because not only does he have the light sword at number 1, but he has the caliber at number 2. We love fire sword lovers. You know we made it out of Christmas with gifts on gifts. Thank you so much, Pip, for the comment. Let's move on to the next one. The next comment I want to talk about comes from Seth. This is the guy that I played the Easter egg with, and he's also been on the channel for a very long time. He also has a YouTube channel too, so check him out. I'll put his link in the description. He doesn't do any zombies content, but he does react to short horror films and play scary games. He does a lot of shorts and he streams, so if you want to support him, please do so. But his take is that the doppelgas is very lazy. Now, one thing I want to get, I'm going to talk about this. I'll probably say it more times in the future, but I'm going to say it now. 2 things I do not want on this channel is we're not talking politics and we're not spreading no hate. If you disagree with someone, politely disagree or just don't say nothing. You know, I don't want to silence you guys by any means, but I'm not going to incentivize, spreading hate at all. with that being said, fuck you, Seth. This is so stupid. No, I'm kidding. But I do actually disagree. So the only reason why I disagree is that this map actually has a lot of evolution in it, meaning that the zombies can actually turn into spiders if you don't, kill them by headshot. And if a spider spawns in or wherever he is, if there's a spider, he can actually turn into a fly. The fly can turn into a doppelgast. If a doppelgast consumes a lot of zombies, he will turn into an amalgam. That is so cool, in my opinion. Now, I cannot imagine that a zombie goes from, the zombie to an amalgam, and if it does, what the hell are you doing, dude? Like, how that takes a long ass time for that to happen. I think that's like 5 minutes. So, play the damn game and stop camping. But anyways, I think that is what makes the map also really cool. Is I love seeing evolution in the map. I love seeing new things. But here's a counter argument. Would you rather have the doppelgast or the manglers? Personally, I would take the doppelgast any day of the week. Fuck the manglers. Let's move on. The next comment that comes in, and this is probably one of my favorites because I 100% agree with this, comes from Genja 816. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. English is my one and only language, and I still suck at it. But anyways, he says that this game is trash. He says that it's because of the meta, meaning the mutant injections and camping. And he says that when the alternative to the meta is this, which was my round 100 video of me, training around and trying my best to survive, is the meta really the meta, or is it just the only viable option? A shame training has been so shafted this game. Give this boy a round of applause. Give this man a round of applause, please. This guy is spitting facts on facts. Now, I'm going to get so into this comment. Here we go. One day I do want to make a review on this game. It'll probably be, next year in January, but that's the one big thing I'm going to talk about is the way that the game flows. So the last Call of Duty that I played, where I could actually get to a high round and train, it was Black Ops 3. And I feel like that game was one of the last games where you had multiple ways of getting to high rounds, whether you were camping or training or glitching. We don't like glitchers, but that was still a thing. But that was the last game. And then when Black Ops 4 came out, that was the worst. I look up every round 100 video, and they're all camping using the Helion, which is the rocket launcher, and they all use the same 4 perks out of the 30 perks in the game, and those perks are literally meant for camping, which is ridiculous. But it's just boring. And then Cold War was the same way, and I don't even know what any of the Modern Warfares were like. I mean, that was just Warzone, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this game. And man, I cannot agree with you more. I think one of the biggest problems in the game has to be the super sprinters. I think that they take away training, honestly, because I have to be constantly sprinting, and if I'm out of the tactical sprint, then I'm getting spanked eventually, Another problem is the amount of manglers and mini bosses that spawn in. On mini boss rounds are the worst because they could spawn in either 2 at a time, or one abomination comes in, and if you kill him immediately, then another one spawns in, which is stupid. But there's so much going on, and then you have the bugs and the spiders. It's too much. It's really too much, because then you got the bugs spitting at you, you got the bugs lunging at you, you have the manglers shooting their cannons that auto lock on you. It's a lot, and the way that they counteract that is they add score streaks in this game, which I'm a fan of. Weapon wise, I like the hand cannon. In Cold War, I like the war machine and the death machine. I like guns. Guns that you have a limited amount of use and then you have to buy it again. That's cool. But if we're adding airstrikes and Hellstorm missiles, it doesn't make any sense story wise if we're gonna get that far. In Terminus, we're on a prison island. Who's coming in with an attack chopper and Hailstorm missiles. Because if it's Raptor 1, he's working overtime. But it just doesn't make sense, and it's not really fun, in my opinion. I don't like out-of-body score streaks where it's like an easy way out. That's where Gobblegums would come into play, but that's a topic for another time. But a couple ways that I would fix this problem right here would be to eradicate super sprinters. Get them out of here. I don't want to have to worry about 50 plus zombies running faster than me. I think the only map that works on is Verrucht, all the way back in World at War. That's the only map it works on because it's such a scary map and it makes sense. The next thing that I would change is to cut in half the amount of mini bosses and special enemies that spawn, and cut their health in half. Back in Black Ops 3, you had these special enemies like the manglers, the meatballs, the flies, and a lot of them, varied in health. They're either really weak or like a teensy bit stronger than the zombies, or like a lot more stronger than the zombies. But even then, the enemies that were a lot stronger than the zombies weren't like a pain. Like the Panzers and the Margwas, yeah, they kind of sucked, but like they're nothing like the manglers or like any of the other mini bosses in this game and in Cold War. I just think they have too much health. I think that there's just too many of them. It's hard to focus on a horde of zombies when you have a whole horde of other enemies coming after you, meaning like the special enemies and the bugs and the mini bosses. So going back to me talking about, not spreading hate on this channel, if you do camp, bravo, that's cool. I don't care. If that's the way you have fun in this game, go have fun. Please be open with your opinions on my opinions or anyone else's opinions. Just please be nice about it. I don't mind new ideas. I don't mind them, creating like new score streaks, new ways of playing. Black Ops 4, they changed the perk system. I don't mind that because I don't want to play the same game over and over again. I just want it to be fair, meaning that I want to be able to train and have it be hard, but not like gruesomely hard. Like my round 100 on Citadel, that was hard. But of course, I could have used mutant injections. I could have used score streaks. That was me just minimalizing myself of using anything that was going to make it easier, because we take the path of most resistance, baby. But anyways, thank you so much for that comment. Seriously, I would love for you to keep, adding opinions about this game. I can tell you're a very smart individual, so please keep commenting. Thank you so much. Now, I don't really know what to say about this last comment, because I don't know, like seriously, I just don't know what to say. It's probably my favorite comment solely because I was rather speechless, because it's just so random. So here we go. Coming in at our final comment, we have Profound Karma 2000. Now, for context, this is a comment on my Terminus review, and he says it's an Obamacare. Let's talk about it for a second. Let's just talk about it for a second. Now, I already said that I'm not talking politics. My 2 rules is I'm not spreading any hate, and I'm not talking politics. But I think I'll make an exception on this one because, I want to figure it out. What does this mean? So let's talk about it. Obamacare. It was a thing during the Obama administration. People liked it. People hated it. It was good. It was bad. Now let's talk about what that means in my Terminus review. It's either people like the map or people don't. That's all that I can like make out of it. So please comment on this video and explain to me what does that mean. And maybe I got it right, maybe I didn't, maybe you typed it wrong. Hopefully not. I really hope you did not type it wrong, because I want to know what this means. But thank you guys so much for commenting down the videos. I would love to keep doing more videos like this. I had a lot of fun. And like I said, if you guys would like to subscribe, I post Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. At least I try my best to. If you guys want to like the video, it helps out so much. And thank you guys so much for the amount of support I've been getting. this Christmas. Like, I think I've gained a total of like 15 subscribers in like a single day, which is absolutely crazy. Thank you guys so much. Man, I wish I could do giveaways, but I'm not that rich. And I'm not that big. But I know one day if I do make it, I would love to do giveaways and give back to you guys. But last but not least, if you guys want to spank my bells, hey, I will not stop ya. Merry Christmas, guys, and thanks again for everything. I will see you guys on the next one.